Authorities have charged a 21-year-old man with deliberate homicide after a married couple was found dead in their home north of Helena. Lewis and Clark County Sheriff Leo Dutton told the Associated Press that Caleb David Taylor is also being charged with evidence tampering. A friend found the bodies of the 61-year-old man and 64-year-old woman Monday night. Dutton said the ages of the man and woman were erroneously reversed in previous reports. Dutton said he's not yet able to release a motive for the killings while the investigation is ongoing. The couple has not yet been named either. He said Taylor knew his victims and a firearm was not used. He said authorities are looking for another person of interest in the case. It wasn't immediately clear whether Taylor was represented by an attorney. After Missoula County Public Schools voiced their support for school resource officers assigned to high schools and middle schools, the police department echoed the positive results of the program. Police spokesman Travis Welsh said the current school resource officer program grew out of the original DARE program from the 1980s.
And that has now morphed into school resource officers, where we have one officer assigned to each high school. We have one safety and security officer and an officer assigned to middle schools, as well as one assigned to Hellgate Elementary.
Wells said the view from the chief's office is that the program has been a success.
We have great interaction with the kids. One thing this SRO program has done is really bridge a communication gap between our youth and law enforcement. And it's allowed kids in our community to see that policemen and policewomen are real people too, and we think it's really manifested itself through its success.
The MPD currently has 3 school resource officers assigned to the public high schools in the city of Missoula and School District 1. According to their website, it's Officer Jeff Lloyd working at Big Sky, Officer Mark Monaco at Sentinel, and Officer Jim Johnson at Hellgate High School. In a somewhat related story, a Missoula judge dismissed a temporary order of protection barring a Big Sky High School student from being near campus or another student, saying the reported threat and assault would be best handled in youth court. The Missoulian reports the student, who reportedly said the day after the Florida shooting that it would take an army to stop him when he shot up the school, is now attending another school. The same student also reportedly slapped a classmate who sought the restraining order. District Judge John Larson said Monday the offending student has been cited. An attorney for the student who reported being slapped said he agreed the matter was best handled through court proceedings. Both students are minors. Billings Public Schools says it will add a resource officer next school year who will rove between elementary schools in addition to other safety upgrades. The Billings Gazette reports that Superintendent Terry Bauk announced changes at the School District 2 trustees meeting this week. The district will apply a film to windows on exterior doors at schools to reinforce the glass. Bauk said the film won't stop bullets, but will help prevent someone from breaking in a window. Elementary schools will be the first to have the film applied. The district already has 7 officers assigned to high schools and middle schools. Activities Director Mark Wall has been tabbed to oversee security and emergency preparedness in addition to those activities. There were many recent sightings of mountain lions in western Montana, warnings that they're hunting deer in the Grant Creek area. These reports are no surprise to FWP land management specialist Jamie Jonkel.
Whenever you get the melt, the warmer weather, and the green up, you see a big shift with the elk and deer. And with that green up shift come the lions. So as we're beginning these skiffs of snow, more people are seeing lion tracks, down lower in amongst where people are living and hiking. It's like this every year.
Mountain lions often go unseen, but Jonkel says the snow and close proximity are leading to lots of local sightings.
Oh, boy, we've got lions all around Missoula. They use the river bottoms down around Orchard Homes, Kelly Island, up the Rattlesnake, up Grant Creek, O'Brien Creek, Miller Creek. Yeah, it's all lion country. I probably get calls from folks that are seeing lion tracks, finding a lion kill, a cache, a toilet site, just about every day.
After the lions come the bears. Jonkel said he's received reports of bears in the Clearwater and expects most to be awake by mid-April. 66-year-old Leonard Higgins was found guilty in November of last year for committing an act of what he termed civil disobedience when he cut 2 chains at the Enbridge tar sands pipeline at Coal Sands, Montana, and manually turned the emergency shutoff valve. Higgins was sentenced yesterday in Fort Benton to a 3-year deferred sentence. Fellow valve turner Annette Clapstein explains.
5 of us shut down all of the tar sands pipelines on October 11th of 2016, and so he was charged with 1 felony and 1 misdemeanor here in Montana. We shut it down across 5 pipelines in 4 states. So there was Washington, Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota.
Clapstein explained why she, Higgins, and several others committed those criminal acts.
We are all climate activists from the Pacific Northwest. We are terribly, terribly concerned for our children and grandchildren. We're all older people, and we feel that we are already in a climate emergency, and if we don't turn things around very, very rapidly, our children stand no chance whatsoever of living in a habitable world.
Clapstein is a retired attorney who shut off a pipeline in Minnesota. She herself facing up to 22 years in prison and fines of up to $46,000. Hellgate High School senior Ian Knight was honored yesterday at City Hall for winning the grand prize in the U.S. State Department's nationwide 2017 Citizen Diplomacy Challenge for a photo entitled Unity. Knight described the program and his participation.
2 years ago, I took part in the Mansfield Center's American Youth Leadership Program for Thailand. And while I was there, one of the staff on the trip took a picture of me while we were visiting a mosque in the southern province of Thailand. And in November of 2017, there was the photo alumni contest for State Department alumni. And I entered this photo that is being shown today, and it was chosen as the grand prize winner.
Knight said coming from Montana, he had never visited a mosque before.
It's in a mosque at a Thai Muslim boarding school in the southern province, and I'm standing in the right foreground with my host brother, Waris, and since the first time I've ever visited a mosque, especially coming from Montana, and it's a black and white photo of the setting. It's the 5th prayer of the day.
Mayor John Engen proclaimed the day as the International Exchanges Day. UN President Seth Bodnar and MCPS Superintendent Mark Thane spoke to reporters in the hallway outside the mayor's office where the photo was displayed. Knight's photo will be part of the first-of-its-kind exhibit at the United States Diplomacy Center in Washington. Our news talk time now is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Ample sunshine to start the day, but clouds will begin to increase this afternoon. There will be a slight chance of a shower. Daytime highs will be right around the 50-degree mark. Tonight, showers increase. Overnight low temperatures will be in the mid-30s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster, KECI 13.